There are thousands of videos on YouTube which claim to help you in order to get more FPS in Fortnite, and probably some of their tips are really helpful. But there are way a lot of so-called Fortnite FPS gurus who ask you to download Fortnite FPS pack, which is mostly a zip file that has a lot of files in it. Big question is, are these FPS pack files really safe? How do someone blindly trust a so-called guru in order to run a batch file, for example, without knowing what's inside the code is going to do? Today, I'm going to talk about these FPS packs, or rather, as a matter of fact, I'll show you. Moreover, I'll show you certain files that comes with these zip file packs, and then you decide whether it is safe or not. Firstly, talking about FPS boost in Fortnite or any other game, yes, it can be done, and there are so many genuine creators who give a lot of useful tips in order to do that. Like for example, if you talk about creators who give optimization tips without any FPS pack are far better, as let's say you're having crashes on a certain game, for example. Let's take it Fortnite. Now tell me, does it make sense if I increase or decrease the DPI of my mouse? At first instance, it doesn't, because crashing probably happens due to some issues with display or memory, or probably a corrupted file. Similarly, if the issue is related to low FPS or stuttering, what are the things that we should consider looking into? As a person facing the issue, we need to be a bit careful of what we are downloading and what can be the consequence of double-clicking a particular file. Most of the so-called guru will claim that the files are perfectly safe, and antivirus claims are false positive. So over here, there are two things. Firstly, you're blindly trusting a random person in YouTube who is claiming to help you. Secondly, any antivirus can detect known threats, and it doesn't work against new variants. The question comes is, how do you know that it is an actual false claim or not a new variant or an old variant virus? A player having issues won't think much about it. They just want to play their game in a stable manner. So they download the FPS pack and open the files. Let me show you with a proof of what I'm talking about. So here I have a folder which is an FPS pack, and when I open it, there are two files inside it. As you can see, we have the timer resolution and we have a clear temp file. Basically, is, for example, if I search over here run and I type %temp and hit OK. So all these are temporary files which are not required. So just because you don't have to do the step, we can make batch files in order for it to clear it. But the main thing is that people don't know what's inside this batch file. Basically, it's just a notepad file which is saved in .bat. If I right click on this and click on edit, as you can see what exactly is happening over here. Even if you don't understand this, let me explain you what does it mean. Firstly, what it says that we have to start system root system32 notepad exe. So it is actually, if we write this line of code, it's basically starting your notepad and it's saying that go to the top. So basically this step, 3 steps will keep on repeating. So this is basically a code for an unlimited notepad generator. So basically you can say like this, that if for normal people, he may say that it's a notepad virus because notepad will keep on coming up unlimited and it will not stop. The thing is, for some users, they don't see inside what this file is, even if they don't have knowledge about it, but still you can understand, even looking at it, that what exactly it will do. I have seen files, batch files, where they were code which delete their system too, and it has happened. So for that reason, you must know that what you're clicking. Secondly, second file if I talk about over here is the time resolution. Basically, it's not what you think it is. What I have done is, this is a file which I had. If I go to properties over here, you can see it's a setup file of a video game, which is IGI2. So that means this file is not the timer resolution, it is something else, which is an exe file, which is getting installed in your PC, and that can do some consequences. It can either steal your information, it can steal a V-Bucks, it can steal a Fortnite account, it can damage it, so many things it can do. And what basically some people do in order to get your information is, they just change the name of the file and they just change the icon of the file. And people don't realize it and just simply double click on it and they think like nothing will happen, just a flashy screen will come and all your details will be gone to them. It's as that simple. So these are just basic examples. It may happen that there is something more to it. This is just a basic example just to explain you that what can be inside the file if you don't check it. So whenever you download an FPS pack file, make sure clear temp, you see whether it is actually deleting the temporary file or not. The temporary file code, it will be flashing in your screen right now. You can remember a bit of it just to know that how a temp file actually looks and which code will delete the temporary file, so that you don't get confused and you don't double click on any file unnecessarily. And secondly is, for the time resolution, obviously it will not be a shortcut type, and obviously do check the file It can be something like if there is a blotted virus inside it, it will be a very huge amount of file. But timer resolution is a very small little file of some kilobytes. So make sure you know all the things which are important and don't just double click on any one of them. Now you may ask that if we can't trust a FPS pack, then how do we optimize our game in order to run it stably? Well, few things you can do in order to get a bit of a boost while playing any game. For example, firstly, in order to improve performance, whether it's Fortnite or any other game, there are only a couple of things or optimizations which you can do in order to get better out of it. For example, there is an additional setting in the Windows which is made in a way that it helps you to boost your performance while gaming, no matter whatever game it is. And I'm pretty sure most of you know about it. It is called as the game mode settings. Now over here, a couple of things which you have to know. First and foremost, make sure that the game mode is on. That is very important because it will optimize your Windows to play the game as how you want. It will make it much more stable. While playing a game, you can see by turning on and off the game mode, you will see a vast difference while playing the game, depending on your system. But the additional thing that you can do over here is, on the top right hand corner, you will see graphics settings. Click on this one. As you can see, I have already added Fortnite. What you have to do, you have to click on the browse and open your Fortnite directory, and you have to open the application or choose the application which is the highest size. As you can see, this is around 300 megabytes. Choose this and click on add. I've already added. Once it is chosen, it will be added over here. You have to click on options and make sure you choose high performance. This will give you an additional boost in performance. If let's say you're doing this for another game, let's say Valorant or any other game, then make sure you add the game from a directory and put on high performance. This will give you an additional boost in performance. Moreover, you can reduce latency and improve performance. Though I have tried this step and it didn't help me a lot of the difference, but probably in some game you can try it out. But for me, testing it out on Fortnite, it didn't show any difference in performance. Yes, I do get like 1 or 2 FPS more, but that is very negligible. So you can try this, though you have to restart your computer and then play the game and see if you get any performance. While testing for me in my PC, it didn't help much. One more additional thing that you can do is for the power setting. You have to go to edit power plan and choose change advanced power settings. A small window will come up. Over here you have to scroll down. You will see the processor power management. Click on this plus icon and you will see minimum processing state and maximum processing state. Go to the maximum. Now by default, this will be on 100. Make sure it is slightly less than this. How this will help you is, it will not overcook your PC or your laptop. Let's say you're playing the game in a laptop and it is generating a lot of heat. For that, what we are doing is we are making lesser limit till where the laptop or where the processor of the laptop can reach. So the maximum processing state we have put on 95. This will not only reduce the heat of your system, but also improve a bit of performance on that particular game you're currently playing. So make sure you choose a maximum processing state. Any value you can put. By default, it will be at 100. You can choose 99, 96, 97, any one of your choice. Don't go very less than that. Next additional thing you can do is for the power options. From control panel to all control panel to power options. By default, it will be unbalanced. You can either choose ultimate performance or high performance, which will use more energy, but it will give you better performance on your game. So make sure you choose the ultimate performance or high performance depending on the power consumption. I have seen some players by mistake, they have put on power saver mode, complaining that they are getting low FPS. It's because of this, that if you put on power saver mode, then your computer performance will reduce a lot no matter whatever game you're playing. So make sure you see the power plan of which one is chosen. If in case you don't have these two, put it down in the comment section. I'll give you the code which you have to put it on CMD in order to get these two power saving plan. Additionally, you can tweak a bit of the Fortnite game user settings file, which will help you in order to get a bit of more performance. I will put a video onto it on the top I button. You can go over there and check it out. Moreover, if you're an Nvidia player, you can optimize it using certain softwares. For that also, I will put down a video on the top I button, which is coming out right now. You can try both of them and see how much improvement you're getting on the performance. Now, I'm not saying that all FPS pack files are bad and has virus in it. What I'm trying to say is that you must be aware of what files you're downloading and opening and how those files can help and what consequences your PC or laptop may have.